contractors are already on site to start work on the deplorable Lekma roads. It follows a week-long campaign demanding that the roads be fixed. Residents in the last week through a JoyNews campaign asked government to honor its promise to fix the road or face their wrath. At an emergency news briefing yesterday, Information Minister Nkrumah announced that the Public Procurement Authority has given approval for MSDSR Holdings Incorporated to undertake the works. Well, here's what my colleague Maxwell Agbaba gathered when he visited the site this morning.
For some time now, they saw the roller here, they saw some of the earth-moving machines, the grader and others here, but they had not seen any action until JoyNews came into the picture and then held, one of the biggest morning shows, here on the Lekma roads. Let's speak to some of the residents here to find out from them what exactly they make of this. I have the president here with me, Emmanuel Metonunu. Yeah. Okay, and then another resident here?
Senanu Hache.
Okay. Emmanuel is actually the president of the Residents Association. Can you tell me, when exactly did you see some, work actually happen, some real work, I should say?
Yeah, thank you very much. After the multimedia, Joy, Adum, they all came here. I think a few days after, we noticed I had calls that they've dumped the bitumen on the road over here. And then I think that it's a step in the right direction because the residents, let me go back a level, from January, I think they held a first demonstration around Agbliza electoral area, at Agbliza taxi rank. And after that first one, when the MP came, they signed a contract somewhere in March. The contractor came on site, but then he came to set up his site settlement, but he didn't come on site. There was no machine, nothing on the site. Okay. The second demonstration was on the 24th of June, when the MP came. And after the 24th of June, then multimedia, a lot of awareness, multimedia, a lot of media houses started trooping in. After the media house started trooping in, then this thing was done. But then all successive MPs in Lejakuku here have contributed their quota to the construction of this road. It's a very big project. It started from 2003 when President Kufuor came to cut the sword for the construction of this road. And it was one lane. And then later was expanded to a 2 lane, so they had to pay compensation and demolish some of the houses which were on the road. Yeah. That was done in 2010. Somewhere in 2013, that's when we saw real work being done. When you look at the road carefully, you look at the size of the road, you look at the drainages on the road, you look at the relocation of the high tension, relocation of the pipelines, and even the leveling of the road. It was just left with the tying of the road. And all this was done during the era of the former MP, Honorable Benita Seno Kitidria.
This is the road 2 or 3 years back. You can't even wear white. Even as yesterday, I was coming from church when I saw that these stones corridors were put here.
I made a terrible mistake by wearing white today.
Yeah, you made a mistake, but thank God the road is being fixed. Yeah. But we thank the Residents Association, particularly the boys who live around Agbliza. They took it themselves when they blocked the road that no car is going to pass and no business is going to take place at the place till the road is fixed. It has to take the MP, the residents president over here to come and calm down the situation. Other than that, the road will not be fixed at all. Let me say we thank God because this leads to a major hospital over here, and we see prominent people who are sick and who are being rushed by ambulance died on the road to the hospital. A few weeks ago, a pregnant woman delivered in a taxi. And let me tell you that our taxis are just like a pig because you can't watch them and you can't bath them. Because of the nature of the road, the taxis are so bad that even if you wear white, you can't even sit in a taxi. And look at a pregnant woman giving birth in a taxi that you can be in and you are seeing the ground just in front of you.
Maxwell Agbaba, what he discovered this morning when he visited the site. Well, here is Information Minister Nkrumah giving details on the approval given by the PPA for MSDSR Holdings Incorporated to begin work on the road.
Now, a new contractor, MSDSR Holdings Incorporated of Dubai, has made a commercial offer to the ministry to provide funding for this and some other projects. And the proposal seeks to source funds from the Development Bank of Belarus and the ECOWAS Bank for Investment and Development to complete that and other projects. A term sheet has been forwarded from the Roads and Highways Ministry to Finance, which is now to be sent to Cabinet and Parliament for the necessary approvals, because this will then end up being an international financial transaction. An application was made by the ministry to the Public Procurement Authority to allow for single sourcing of this to MSDSR Holdings Incorporated to undertake the works. And an approval letter has now been received from the PPA dated the 20th of June 2019 to allow for sole sourcing to the contractor subject to the necessary approvals. And this approval is necessary to ensure that adequate funds are made available for works. Now, MS DSR Holdings, in consultation with the ministry, has mobilized and is heading to site for all the ongoing works that has been going on so far. So there's a chronology of what has been going on so far. I'll share copies with you so that as you also, update your listeners and your viewers, you can update them on the progress of work and the challenges that have come up and how it is being resolved currently.
The conversation is still on. We'll keep our eyes on this project and construction to ensure that it's complete. Keep the conversation going. #FixLekmaNow.